Have you ever wondered what truly unfolds when you make the bold choice to cut ties and walk away, vanishing from the life of a narcissist? Do they crumble in despair, plot ways to regain control, or swiftly set their sights on a new victim? In today's video, we're peeling back the layers of their carefully crafted facade to reveal the unsettling truths about narcissists. We'll uncover the manipulative tactics they employ to cling to power, even long after you've decided to leave. One undeniable fact is this: the intensity of a narcissist's reaction to your silence is a mirror reflecting the depth and duration of your connection. Was it a fleeting relationship or a bond forged over years? Understanding their psychology is the key to predicting their moves and reclaiming your peace. Join me as we step into the intricate world of narcissistic behavior and explore what happens when your silence becomes their greatest challenge. Phase 1. They're convinced you'll return. When you make the bold decision to walk away, the narcissist greets it with unshaken confidence. In their mind, your departure is nothing more than a fleeting impulse. They convince themselves with thoughts like, "You're just being dramatic. Soon you'll realize you can't live without me and come running back." They see your empathy and compassion not as signs of strength but as weaknesses to exploit. You care too much, and you're too emotional, they think, dismissing your humanity as if it's a flaw. In their distorted world, they are the sun, and you are just a planet destined to revolve around them. So they wait not with worry but with smug anticipation. They tell themselves, "You're just proving my point. You'll get tired of this game and come back where you belong." In their eyes, your act of leaving is a trivial rebellion, a storm that will pass. But make no mistake, their patience isn't out of love or care, it's rooted in control. They want you to feel the weight of separation, to struggle with the guilt and uncertainty they are certain will drive you back to them. They expect you to crumble, to come back pleading for their validation. Here's what you must know: if you decide to leave, do it with complete determination. Cut all ties, both visible and invisible. Burn the bridge and let no embers remain. The moments of happiness you once shared are illusions, overshadowed by manipulation and deceit. Without trust, any relationship is destined to collapse like a poorly built tower in a storm. I understand letting go is never easy. It's like breaking free from a cage you've grown accustomed to. There will be times of doubt, moments where loneliness feels unbearable. You might even find yourself missing their presence, questioning your decision. But remember this: narcissists don't change. Allowing them back only resets the cycle of hurt and control. To a narcissist, love isn't about connection, it's a game of dominance. To them, you are not a partner but a pawn, a piece to move at their whim. Healing requires distance. Just as a wound won't heal if you keep reopening it, your heart won't mend if you remain in their toxic grasp. Do you see the pattern now? If you face the highs and lows of breaking away from a narcissist, your story could be a light for others navigating the same storm. Share your experience, it might just be the hope someone else needs to find their way to freedom. Phase 2. They become silent observers. Despite their expertise in manipulation, narcissists are notoriously impatient. When their hopes of seeing you crawl back fade, curiosity and frustration take over. But instead of reaching out directly, they choose to observe from the shadows, like predators silently stalking their prey. Social media becomes their ultimate tool, a vast playground where they can monitor your life without revealing themselves. With just a few clicks, they can uncover your latest activities, every post, every comment, every interaction. They're obsessed with knowing, are you thriving without them, or are you still struggling with the pain they caused? Don't be surprised if you start receiving friend requests from unfamiliar accounts or notice a sudden influx of new followers. These could be the narcissist hiding behind fake profiles or even using mutual acquaintances to peek into your life. Their goal isn't to reconnect, it's to gather intel, gauge your emotional state, and assess whether they can still control you. After a breakup, it's normal to feel lingering emotions or even hope for change. But don't let your guard down. Cutting ties isn't just about avoiding direct contact, it's about making yourself invisible to their reach. Block every channel they might use to access you: phone numbers, emails, social media, and even mutual friends. Any tiny opening could be a gateway for them to re-enter your life under the guise of concern or reconciliation. Narcissists have a habit of circling back, targeting those they believe are the easiest to manipulate. This isn't about love or regret. It's a game to test their lingering influence over you. They want to see if you'll still respond, if you'll still fall for their tactics. So take action immediately. Block them on all platforms and lock down your privacy. It's the most effective way to shield yourself from their attempts to hover back into your life. Remember, their return isn't an act of love, it's just another manipulative move in their game. Someone who truly cares about you would never inflict pain and then resurface as if nothing happened. Phase 3, the hoovering begins. Once the narcissist has gathered enough information about you through their relentless stalking, they shift gears to their next plan, drawing you back into their orbit. Armed with manipulative tactics and a calculated strategy, they see every attempt to reconnect as an opportunity to regain control. To them, simply reestablishing contact already gives them a significant advantage. Confident in their ability to manipulate, they count on your empathy to do the rest. In their mind, you're still the trusting soul who loved them unconditionally, despite everything they put you through. Don't be surprised if you suddenly receive a lengthy, emotional message, perhaps a heartfelt letter or an email filled with stories of their struggles and regrets. They might appear to offer closure, presenting it as a genuine attempt to make peace. But don't be fooled, this is no selfless gesture. It's a meticulously crafted trap, designed to awaken your emotions and draw you back into their control. Through flowery words, late apologies, and carefully curated tales of hardship, they aim to rekindle feelings you thought you'd buried. They crave a reaction, be it anger, sadness, or even curiosity. Any response, no matter how small, fuels their ego, reaffirming their belief that they still hold power over you. If you ignore them, they'll escalate their efforts, using casual messages or flattering compliments to worm their way into your life. They might ask seemingly innocent questions like, "How have you been?" or offer unexpected praise. But behind the facade of kindness lies a calculated intent to provoke an emotional response. For a narcissist, any reaction, whether it's joy, frustration, or outrage, is a victory. It's their validation, proof that they still matter to you. This emotional high feeds their insatiable need for control, reinforcing their belief that they haven't lost their grip on you. You may even encounter them in places you frequent, seemingly by coincidence. But these meetings are rarely accidental. Every chance encounter is likely a carefully staged event, orchestrated to disarm you and reopen the door to their toxic influence. To protect yourself, stay vigilant. Recognize their tactics for what they are: manipulative games designed to pull you back into a cycle of pain. Keep your distance, avoid engaging in unnecessary conversations, and respond with indifference if you must interact. By refusing to give them the reaction they seek, you take back your power and safeguard your peace of mind. Phase 4. Enlisting the flying monkeys. For narcissists, direct manipulation is just the starting point. Their true mastery lies in deploying others, their so-called flying monkeys. These enablers could be mutual friends, family members, colleagues, or even new acquaintances. Under the guise of neutrality, they approach you with seemingly innocent questions, subtly weaving the narcissist back into your thoughts. But don't be deceived. Every conversation, every question is a calculated move designed to gather information about you. These interactions are like reconnaissance missions, helping the narcissist gauge your emotional state and strategize their next steps. Whether your reaction is anger, nostalgia, or uncertainty, it becomes valuable data for their eventual reappearance. Narcissists excel at manipulating others to do their bidding. They might recruit flying monkeys by playing the victim or exaggerating their own struggles to win sympathy. These enablers are then sent to approach you naturally, perhaps under the pretense of asking for advice, catching up, or collaborating on something. Every interaction is part of a larger, carefully orchestrated plan to draw you back into their toxic cycle. So how can you identify these flying monkeys? Stay vigilant and trust your instincts. If someone suddenly shows an unusual interest in your life or seems intent on bringing up your past with the narcissist, pause and question their motives. Ask yourself, why now? What do they really want? Pay attention to their tone and language. Flying monkeys often disguise their true intentions with a friendly, casual demeanor. They might reminisce about past moments or highlight positive memories involving the narcissist, trying to reignite emotions you've worked hard to bury. These subtle tactics are meant to soften your resolve and pave the way for the narcissist's eventual return. Phase 5. The Relentless Detective. Driven by an insatiable need for control and an unquenchable sense of insecurity, the narcissist morphs into a relentless detective, silently stalking you from the shadows. They refuse to release their grip, infiltrating both your real world and digital life with an almost unsettling determination. No detail about you is too small to escape their obsessive attention. How you communicate, the positive energy you radiate, your focus on work, the simple joys you embrace, or the love you share with family and friends. To them, every facet of your life becomes a piece of evidence they carefully collect and analyze, feeding their simmering jealousy. What stings them the most are your admirable traits, your kindness, your authenticity, your ability to connect deeply with others. These are qualities they can never truly possess, no matter how much they envy them. One day you might sense their familiar presence in places you thought were safe, perhaps at your workplace, where their gaze sends a shiver down your spine, or at your favorite cafe, where they coincidentally appear, pretending it's just a chance encounter. They may even show up at your doorstep, disguising their carefully orchestrated intrusion as spontaneous. Their persistence becomes an invisible cage, enveloping you in unease and fear. It's a constant pressure, a shadow that looms over your life, robbing you of peace and forcing you into a state of heightened vigilance. To break free from this oppressive cycle, you must hold firm to your boundaries. Remember, you owe them nothing, not an explanation, not forgiveness, and certainly not a second chance. Your safety and mental well-being are paramount. Protect your space, prioritize your peace, and remind yourself that you have the strength to reclaim your life. Phase 6. Flaunting their new supply to provoke you. When their attempts to manipulate and control you fail, the narcissist begrudgingly shifts their attention to a new supply. But don't be fooled, this isn't a fresh start for them. In reality, they've likely been scouting their next target long before your relationship ended. Narcissists operate like puppeteers with multiple strings, ensuring they always have a backup plan. Their greatest fear is loneliness, so they meticulously build a roster of potential replacements to avoid facing it. Validation, attention, and self-gratification are their driving forces, and they'll stop at nothing to maintain their supply. This time, however, they'll go public with their new relationship. Unlike their previous secrecy, they'll flaunt this perfect match to provoke you and craft a narrative where you are the one who failed or was unworthy of them. Photos of them with their new partner, radiating joy and harmony, might start flooding your social media feed. Their performance is so polished that even mutual friends or acquaintances may believe they've found their true soulmate. These staged displays are designed to make you question yourself. Was I the problem? Are they happier without me? Stop right there. This is nothing but a carefully curated illusion, a mask the narcissist wears to achieve one goal: to make you jealous, hurt, and regretful for leaving. The truth is, what you're witnessing is the predictable love-bombing phase, a tactic they've mastered to captivate and control new prey. Eventually, the cracks will show, and this new partner will experience the same cycle of manipulation and pain you endured. The best way to protect yourself is to disconnect entirely. Don't engage with their fabricated reality, and don't let their performances shake your resolve. What they're doing isn't about love or happiness. It's a calculated attempt to regain power over you by feeding your insecurities. Focus on yourself. Invest your energy into healing, growing, and rediscovering your strength. Let go of the memories and doubts they try to stir up. Your journey is about reclaiming your peace and building a life free from their influence. Remember, their story isn't yours anymore. You're writing a new chapter, and it's one where you come first. Phase 7. The narcissist struggles when they see you happy with someone else. Learning that you found happiness with someone new is a direct blow to the narcissist's fragile ego. Unable to handle the thought of losing their control over you, they spiral into a world of distractions: bitter drinks, reckless gambling, obsessive gaming, mindless shopping sprees, or even darker escapes into pornography or substance abuse. They attempt to mask their pain by constructing a fantasy world where they remain the ultimate victor, a realm where they're still in control. But these hollow indulgences are nothing more than a temporary escape from the truth they can't bear to face. They've lost you. For a narcissist, the pain isn't about losing a meaningful connection, it's about losing their possession. They don't grieve your absence as a partner, they're consumed by the thought that their prize has moved on to someone else. Their twisted perception of love and intimacy leaves them yearning for connection while fearing vulnerability, trapping them in a cycle of loneliness and emotional turmoil. But be cautious. Even if it seems like the narcissist has moved on, they rarely let go entirely. Years, sometimes decades later, when their life takes a downward turn or their latest supply dries up, they'll resurface. Like a hunter stalking prey, they'll monitor your life, searching for signs of weakness or vulnerability. If you're experiencing hardship, whether it's loneliness, heartbreak, or any life transition, they'll use it as an opportunity to re-enter your world. For the narcissist, there is no such thing as closure or goodbye. In their mind, they remain the center of everything, the sole orchestrator of the relationships they've left behind. They manipulate reality to serve their narrative, reshaping events and emotions to sustain their inflated ego. Like a chameleon, they adapt their persona to fit the situation, weaving illusions to draw you back into their toxic cycle. Protect yourself by standing firm in your boundaries. Recognize that their return isn't an act of love or redemption, it's a calculated move to regain control. Your happiness, your peace, and your freedom are far too valuable to sacrifice for their manipulation. Stay strong, focus on the life you're building, and keep the door firmly closed on their games. Phase 8. The final act, their desperation unveiled. When every strategy fails and the narcissist is left without a way to regain control, they enter their final, desperate phase. This is where their mask begins to slip, revealing the true extent of their insecurity and inability to let go. The confident facade crumbles, replaced by erratic and sometimes alarming behaviors that signal their desperation to pull you back into their toxic web. In this phase, narcissists may resort to extreme measures. They might bombard you with messages or calls, oscillating between pleading for forgiveness and lashing out with anger. One moment, they'll paint themselves as victims of heartbreak, begging for another chance. The next, they'll spew blame and accusations, attempting to guilt you into responding. Their behavior becomes unpredictable. They might show up unannounced at your home or workplace, claiming they just needed to see you. In extreme cases, they could spread false rumors or attempt to sabotage your reputation, hoping to isolate you from others and make you feel vulnerable. At this point, their actions are no longer about winning you back out of love or regret, it's about regaining the sense of control they've lost. Their desperation stems from their inability to accept that you've moved on and that their influence over you has diminished. To maintain your peace and safety during this phase, it's crucial to reinforce your boundaries. Block all forms of contact: phone, email, social media, and consider seeking support from trusted friends, family, or professionals if their actions escalate. Don't engage, no matter how tempting it may be to confront them or seek closure. Remember, closure with a narcissist is an illusion. They thrive on emotional reactions, whether it's anger, sadness, or pity. By refusing to play their game, you take away the power they seek to wield over you. This phase is not just about their desperation, it's about your strength. It's a testament to your growth, resilience, and ability to break free from their cycle. Use this phase as an opportunity to focus on yourself, nurture your well-being, and continue building a life where their influence no longer has any place. You've made it this far, don't look back. Their final act may be dramatic, but it's also their last attempt to hold onto a past that you've already outgrown. Keep moving forward, knowing that you deserve a life filled with peace, freedom, and happiness. Breaking free from a narcissist is one of the most challenging and transformative journeys you'll ever take. It's a battle of strength, resilience, and self-discovery. Along the way, you'll encounter moments of doubt, pain, and even nostalgia, but remember, these are just remnants of their control, not reflections of your worth. As you navigate the aftermath, keep this in mind: you are not defined by their actions or manipulations. Your life is your own, and your happiness is not something they can dictate or take away. Every step you take toward healing is a victory. Every boundary you enforce is a declaration of your freedom. And every moment of peace you reclaim is a testament to your strength. Let this be your takeaway. You deserve love that uplifts you, not love that controls or diminishes you. You deserve a life free from fear, manipulation, and doubt. The best revenge against a narcissist isn't anger or retaliation, it's living your life fully, happily, and without them. So as you close this chapter, embrace the journey ahead with open arms, heal, grow, and thrive. And if you ever feel the shadows of the past creeping in, remember this: you've already won by choosing yourself. If this video has resonated with you or provided insight, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content. And if you've experienced your own journey with a narcissist, we'd love to hear your story in the comments. It could be the inspiration someone else needs to take their first step toward freedom. Thank you for watching, and here's to a brighter, happier future for all of us. You've got this.